Good afternoon, dear children. So this will be the first class for the subject English, and I'm going to deal with a very sweet poem from the book Hornbill. The name of the poem is A Photograph, which is written by Shirley Tolson. So I'll first tell you about Shirley Tolson, the poet, and then I'll explain the poem and I'll tell you the difficult word meanings. Then we will discuss the poem, we will discuss to find out the theme of the poem, we will try to analyze the poem, and then I will discuss about the poetic devices of this poem. So first, about Shirley Tolson. Shirley Tolson took birth in the year of 1924 and she died in the year of 2014. She took birth in the United Kingdom. She was an expert in providing knowledge of social history of countryside. She had begun writing in such a manner, in this manner, since 1974. She has written so many beautiful poems, and one of them is A Photograph, which has emotions attached to it. So let's get started to get emotional. Okay? I'll read out the poem, I'll recite the poem, and then I'll try to explain it. The cardboard shows me how it was when the two girl cousins went paddling, each one holding one of my mother's hands, and she the big girl, some 12 years or so. All three stood still to smile through their hair at the uncle with the camera. A sweet face, my mother's. That was before I was born. And the sea, which appears to have changed less, washed their terribly transient fate. So this is the first stanza of the poem. After discussing this first stanza, I will be going to the next two stanzas. Okay? So the cardboard. We are going to talk about the cardboard. Cardboard means actually a photograph here. We are going to talk about the photograph, which is the title of our poem. Okay? So there was a photograph where we are going to get a picture. In a picture, in that picture, we are going to get three beautiful faces. Who are they? The one is, see here, my mother's hands. My mother here means Shirley Tolson's mother. So the first person who was there in the picture was Shirley Tolson's mother, the poet's mother. And the two other persons who are there in the picture were two girl cousins. Whose cousins were they? They were the cousins of Shirley Tolson's mother. So here, Shirley Tolson and her two beautiful, pretty sisters, they are paddling on the sea beach. They are walking barefoot on the sea beach. We love to go to the sea beach, and whenever we go to the sea beach, we take off our shoes. In the same manner, the three cousins are also enjoying the beauty of the sea beach. Okay? And she, the big girl, some 12 years or so. Among the three cousins, who was the eldest one? The mother of Shirley Tolson was the eldest one. Okay? So, to the elder sister, the two other cousins were holding their hands. That means in the middle, Shirley Tolson's mother was standing, and on the two sides, two cousins of her were standing, holding each of the hands of Shirley Tolson's mother. That means it was a beautiful scene of togetherness of the three cousins. Are you getting? All three stood still to smile through their hair at the uncle with the camera. So, this is the generation of selfies, We take selfies whenever, wherever like to take selfies. But in the time when Shirley Tolson was writing this poem, there was no mobile cameras. So camera was used to take photographs. So somebody should have to take the snapshot. Who was taking the picture? Who was clicking the snap? The uncle was clicking the snap. So when the uncle was taking the photograph of those three cousins, they were beautifully, smiling. They were smiling through their hairs. Why it is written through their hairs? Because they were paddling on the sea beach, and because of the windy air, because of the windy weather, their hair is falling on their faces, and through the beautiful falling hair on their faces, they are shedding their smiles. Okay? Next. A sweet face, my mother's, that was before I was born. Now Shirley Tolson is praising the physical beauty of her mother. Everybody likes, the mother is to be loved and respected. In the same way, Shirley Tolson is also trying to present her respect by appreciating her beauty. She is telling that her mother was very beautiful when she was young. She was having a very sweet face, very pretty face. That was before I was born. At that time, when the picture was clicked, the mother was only some 12 years or so. The age of Shirley Tolson's mother was only 12 years old. She was of 12 years old. She was very young. So when she was of 12 years age, she was looking very, very beautiful. At that time, Shirley Tolson was not born. Okay, she had not entered into this planet when her mother was very, very young. And the sea, which appears to have changed less, watched their terribly transient fate. You have to focus on these two lines because it holds some importance, some significance in it. So what's given here is Shirley Tolson is trying to present a contrast in between two things which is there in the picture. In the picture we got one thing, that is the sea and the three beautiful faces. Okay. So she is contrasting the two things. The sea and these three people, these three beautiful girls. She tells that the sea, which appears to have changed less, there is not much change in the appearance of the sea. The sea is the same. It has not changed much. It is the same. It is the loved part of nature. It's the creation of God which gives immense pleasure to everybody who loves to visit. Okay. But what has changed is the transient feet. Feet means we are talking about the feet of the three beautiful sisters here. The feet is transient. Transient means transitory. Means which is changeable, which gets changed with the course of time. So here Shirley Tolson is talking about the changing lives. Every one of us are going under a change with the course of time. Every minute of our passing time, we are getting changed. We are going under behavioral changes. We are going under physical changes. We are going under mental changes. Human life is, it is transitory. Every minute it is changeable. But the sea, which is there in the picture, it has not changed much. So the sea waves, which was coming out and was touching the feet of these three beautiful sisters, has not changed much. But the feet, which was changed by the unchangeable sea waves, has gone under a great change. How it has been changed, I will tell you in the next stanza. So after completing the explanation of the first stanza, we are now about to deal with the second and third stanza of the poem The Photograph. We were talking about the terribly transient fate in the first stanza. So I hope you understood what is terribly transient fate. Okay. Shirley Tolson tried to give a contrast in between two things, that is the sea and the feet. The sea is never changed, it is not changeable, but the feet to which it touches again and again undergoes a great change. Because we are human beings, we undergo several changes in our life, behavioral, mental, physical changes, but the sea remains the same. For years, it never changes. Yes? So let's go to the next stanza. Some 20-30 years later, she would laugh at this snapshot. See, Betty and Dolly, she would say, and look how they dressed us for the beach. The sea holiday was her past, mine is her laughter, both rhyme with the labored ease of loss. So in the first stanza, what we saw was just what was there in the picture. But now we came to the next phase of Shirley Tolson's life. In this phase, we are dealing with 20-30 later life of Shirley Tolson's mother. What happened with her after 20-30 years of the picture got clicked? Okay, it's obvious that you will remember by seeing the picture what you were doing in your past. The same thing is Shirley Tolson's mother doing. See, some 20-30 years later, after 20-30 years, she would laugh at the snapshot. Who is she? She, apostrophe D, means she would. Okay? She would laugh at the snapshot. She means Shirley Tolson's mother. Shirley Tolson's mother was laughing when she was seeing the picture, her picture with her two cousins, because she was remembering her past. She was trying to relive her past when she sees the picture. Okay. She was used to tell. Okay. What she was telling? See, Betty and Dolly. Betty and Dolly. She would say, and look how they dressed us for the beach. So what was the name of the two cousins of Shirley Tolson's mother? One was Betty and another one is Dolly. So Shirley Tolson's mother now sharing about her past experiences, sharing about her beautiful past days which she was used to spend with her two pretty sisters, pretty cousins, with her daughter Shirley Tolson. Now Shirley Tolson came to the earth. How? In this 20-30 years of gap, many changes was there in the life of Shirley Tolson's mother. She got married. She gave birth to a baby girl. And that baby girl is of 10 to 12 years now. Who is the baby girl? The baby girl is our poet, Shirley Tolson. Shirley Tolson was told by her mother how her mother was spending her beautiful time when she was a young girl. Understood? So this is the second phase of this poem. In the second phase, Shirley Tolson is being told, being shared all the experiences of her life by her mother. How her mother was smiling when she used to see, when she used to see the cardboard, when she used to see the photograph. Is there in this stanza. Okay. Next, the sea holiday was her past. What we see in the picture? In that picture, we get to know that she was spending her holiday in the sea beach. She was used to go with her cousins to the sea beach. And this scene, the scene of the sea beach, was Shirley Tolson's mother's past. Yes? Mine is her laughter. Please focus here. Mine is her laughter. Mine means Shirley Tolson. Now Shirley Tolson is trying to tell about the third phase of this poem. Third phase. She told about the second phase where her mother was used to share all her past experiences with her. Now in the third phase, Shirley Tolson is a grown-up girl. She is a poet. She is writing this poem. And while writing the poem, she is remembering her mother, how she was used to tell, how she was used to express her feelings of her past days with Shirley Tolson. When Shirley Tolson herself was a girl, was a little girl, she is writing it down on a piece of paper. She is telling that now what is my past? What was Shirley Tolson's past? Shirley Tolson's past was when her mother was telling everything about her past life. Got my point? So mine is her laughter. Both rhyme with the labored ease of loss. Again, you have to focus on this line. It's a very important line of this poem. Both rhyme. Rhyme means to get disappointed. Both of them, that means Shirley Tolson, the poet, and also her mother, are getting very, very disappointed. Why? They are suffering from a loss. What was that loss? That is the loss of their past days. Shirley Tolson's mother was suffering from a loss of her past days, which she used to spend with her cousins. And Shirley Tolson herself is suffering from a loss, that is the loss of her past days, where she was used to tell, when her mother was used to tell everything about her past life to her. Both of them are remembering their past and they are going under a great suffering. There was a pain in their in those emotions. There was a pain in those memories. They were recollecting their memories. They were recollecting their past, days. They were reliving the past days, and they were getting the bitter experiences from their past life too. Again, labored ease of loss. We are talking about the loss, that is the loss of past days. That loss of past days was having much pain in it. That's why we use labored here. Labored means with something we get with much difficulty. Ease means something which we get with very easily. When we get something, then we tell that it is very easy. So here Shirley Tolson tries to tell the loss of their past days were filled with both difficulty and the act of forgetting their past was very easy. How? How it was very easy? Because there is a truth of life. Life must go on. We cannot stop our breath here. I cannot stop my breath. Only because I am not having my good time now, I cannot stop my breath. Anyhow, we have to, move forward. Our life must go on. Even though their past memories hold a great, pain which was attached with so many emotions, they could not stop that. They had to forget. That's why we use the phrase labored ease. The loss of the past which was filled with pain, but they had to forget that very easily. Okay, so it was all about the second stanza. Without delay, let's go to the last stanza. Now, she has been dead nearly as many years as that girl lived. See, in that picture, that Shirley Tolson's mother was very young. She was of 12 years old. Shirley Tolson's mother is no more in this world. And 12 years, Shirley Tolson is without her mother. Okay, so she is talking about that 12 years. How she is expressing, it's again very interesting. See, now she is being dead. Shirley Tolson's mother is dead. Nearly as many years as that girl lived. That girl means her mother. Her mother has lived some 12 years in the picture and she is dead now. It has been 12 years. You understood? And of this circumstance, it's silence. Of this circumstance, there is nothing to say at all. It's silence, silences. Whenever she remembers all these things, the three phases of her life, the picture, how her mother used to live, her very beautiful life in the picture, the first phase, how her mother used to share her past experience with her young daughter in the second phase, and how Shirley Tolson is living without her loving mother, the third phase. When Shirley Tolson, while writing this poem, remembers these three phases, the circumstance is so bitter, so gloomy that she doesn't want to speak. You know, that circumstance never allows her to speak. There was a bitter silence in her heart, and that silence in her heart wants her to remain silent. That's why the last line is, see, it's silence, silences. Silence of her heart wants Shirley Tolson to remain silent. Her circumstance, it doesn't allow her to speak. It was great silence in the circumstance. I hope you understood the poem. Go through the video twice or thrice. You'll be understanding it.